Okay. Well, I think something's going funny with my video recorder because I was in the middle of doing one of my best, the one I enjoyed the most, and it just stopped very much like I have had to. So what I intend to do is do the second bit first now. But it's an interesting thing. It brings me on to a point, which is that I think there's a ghost in the machine. When you're doing something which is beneficial to, which might induce change in the world, say this video might encourage people to seek a different life, to city life. I think there's good and bad, and there's the good and the bad, and the bad have little things within machines that thwart people like me from telling people the good news. As I sip a sip of my tea and take a look at my cuttings that I've got from Home Bargains Roses and my girlfriend's oh, there's my favourite man I told you about in the last video that got lost in his Austin with the neatest yard in the world. We're going to do this whole video backwards now because I had to stop, but it's testimony to the environment that I've managed to just stop calmly, close everything down, waiting for the phone, 83 seconds for every press of a button, you know, the kind of deal. And maybe I drive all my phones too hard. I thought 10 years on from my first Samsung they might be better. We have willows. I'll let you just listen to the wind. How fucking relaxing is that? You could of course purchase a CD with that fade in it. I'm not quite sure how to do this now. But anyway, we went past a place called Goldfinch Corner, which I nearly bought, which was a bit too much, and I think security is an issue and I needed a shotgun. Because you're a bit isolated in my current place. When you're isolated you can get attacked, and I did get attacked actually by stoners, so what am I talking about? The other thing we were talking about is women who drive along and you just open your door because on the highway code you're supposed to be able to make allowances for people getting out of their cars without looking, but she didn't. She just hooted, and I said, "Through you go, madam, there's plenty of room," and of course there was. If she'd had an iota of skill, she would have maintained the same speed of 350 miles an hour, but she didn't, and she blamed me for her lack of skill, which I thought was brilliant. I loved it, and she hooted at me for being a twat. So there you are. What a nasty man I am. So what else did we do? We came off that road there, we were listening to Bob Dylan, there was a bull, there were some sheep. I'm going to have to show you those again, but maybe in reverse, but I'm not going to go back on the highway. I'll have to go back on the highway. I'll have to do a U-turn at the end. Apart from that, turn right there, turn left there. Goldfinch Corner, Sweet Acres. Oh yeah, we talked about Sweet Acres. I don't fucking know. I hate it when when you've done something and then it just vanishes. It's a bit like, say you cooked a meal and it just disappears. You're about to eat it and it's just gone. It's just not there anymore. Phil, take your glasses off your head. I've got my seatbelt on. So this is boring bit, I'll come back in a minute. Right, so we've just been past Russell, what I reckon is Russell's place. This is the first place I ever looked at actually. That place up there, oh god, it's a bit bumpy, so hang on a minute. So that must be for November the 5th. That place down there, to there, at the corner there, that was up for auction. I wanted to buy that place and live in there again. I think it'd be quite nice. It's just all I wanted from Somerset. That's the other thing I said in the other video. I'm on the wrong side of the road. I thought it was in France. Oh my god, where did that come from? Jane, please don't watch this. What those are for? So anyway, yeah. The reason I came to Somerset was to find somewhere like he's got there. Not all the spiritual mumbo jumbo. And I'm not just saying that. People say, oh yeah, and the drugs, yeah. I mean, I turned up here from Bristol, I was going to say London. Oh, I fucking love it here. I discovered it because I did a cycle thing, which is what I was discussing earlier on in the Lost video about that house where I sought refuge with my son, because we'd been cycling along 27 miles, a charity thing for British Heart Foundation, and I used to do it on my own, and then when the kids were old enough for somebody doing sex in their labour, I know they're not disappointing, And this is probably marsh. You see those Ordnance Survey maps? They have marshland thing on them. I just love that. It's so peaceful. This is actually my... Look, he's got a small holding. He's like a she, rather. That's what I want. Geese. They're not allowed to live there. Government wouldn't want anybody living anywhere nice. Oh, I don't know. Don't get me started. I don't get why they're not allowed to live there. Anyway, yeah, I bought some land and I listened to some people, some girls with pink hair, yes, a little bit, but I wasn't NIMBY, lots of NIMBYs. I had to pull over there. This is the first guy who ever made a wind turbine. I remember that years ago, 2004 maybe. What we know, it's 20 years ago. Blimey, time flies. Sherwood. Now I'm jealous. Now I'm properly jealous. What was I going to say? Oh, when the cycle thing and the big redneck came, and he was a threat to my son who was flagging, and I couldn't actually. He was a little bit away from me, my son, so who was not yet 8. He was 7, and I'm actually a little bit naughty here because this isn't a nothing road. There are cars here, so I'm going to stop filming for a sec. So I remember what I was saying now. The most important bit of what came out of my head that the technology tried to thwart was that this is what I came for. And this is what I call beauty. Look at them crows. I don't get why anybody everyone doesn't want to live here, but there we go. And I said that maybe that's why it was taken away, because it was a bit too rude, but I said that until you're 60 you're not allowed to say the word beauty, or else you're definitely somebody that takes it up the backside. They might be starlings actually. This is famous. Oh, they're doing a murmuring. This is famous starling country. This is just so beautiful. Fuck. I'll show you where I used to live here as well. I don't know if you can see that, them starlings. They're shut up now. So yeah, that's what I think. Anyway, the guy chasing after diddly-diddly-doo, and I tried to get him to stop by edging over, pretending that I was a little bit drunk, and of course, like with the woman with the door, so they would slow down, but he didn't. He just came charging straight through, so I took his wing mirror off with my elbow, and then I was, as a victim of somebody driving too fast by some pedestrians, which is also in the highway code, I was charged for criminal damage or something, got a suspended sentence, had my DNA taken, and was charged 900 quid to replace a BMW wing mirror, which I thought was a bit unfair, but no, I don't care. I don't expect anything from the government anymore, frankly. You see how they bobble? These roads are so bobbly, it's actually quite fun, but you've got to be careful you don't actually take off. Isn't that lovely? Sha la 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 chica. La-ti-da. We're coming up to a place called Godney. I don't think I can be bothered to drive to Godney, to be honest. I'm going to go back. Same leeway, no, lay-by. Looking the other way into the sun. Who's come out especially for me. Next stop. Yeah, what is that about being puffy if you appreciate beauty? I don't get that. And women enforce it too. I don't know what it is. They're allowed to do beauty, but men aren't. I think it might be a control thing by women. I don't know. It's naughty. Naughty. She's filming me. You're filming me. Bit naughty. No cars around though. No cars around. There's the El Toro. En la distance. Probably can't see it. No, you can't really see it. That's the best people ever. A flash of a bit of green. This windmill, lovely. I came along here cycling from the British Heart Foundation and cycling charity and my son. We did 27 miles and then just coming up to Glastonbury Football Club. No cars around. jealous of him. And yeah, this is the gate I'm going to show you in a minute. It was where we sought sanctuary from this little dear old lady, and she gave us Jack a banana because he was a bit freaked out that his dad had this altercation with a redneck who was, I don't know, clearly on coke, maybe, probably. Absolutely came at me, and I wasn't wide enough. He was very low and wide, so I took a rake or something and I held it towards him because I wanted to defend myself. I know I wasn't thinking of the ramifications, the technical ramifications. I just didn't want to be injured. Don't know if that's allowed, but there's the tour. And so then he sued for being defended against with a rake or something. I can't remember. Stupid. So like Clarkson. Anyway, I'm going to pause it again. I better restart this because I don't know how long the pause goes for. Pause as in pause, pausation. Very, very stressed out car, this one. There's a pothole that we can avoid. Anyway, this is Goldfinch Corner, what I nearly bought. I wanted to buy, but it would have been quite isolated, I suppose. Would have been quite isolated. I prefer where I am, to be honest. I can pop up to Tesco, and well, you can pop up to Tesco from here, to be honest. I'm not obsessed by Tesco. Stop it. It's just because they're open early. And they've got Wi-Fi. See, that's Goldfinch Corner. Oops, bloody brakes on this thing. And that's some people I'm jealous of. What's going on there? These are the roads. They're the best roads. I'm sorry, I love these roads. I don't know why. I suppose it's because I don't know. And I'm quite jealous of her, or him, or whoever. Oh no, it wasn't. I think I'm allowed to film along here. There's no fucker around apart from this really slow van. That's a new one. But you know, the government won't let you live here. She's got her collie dog and her pigs and all that, sunflowers. But she's a dog chasing tractor. Like, it's actually a farm now. And down the old man. Transistor radio. Someone's having a fucking idyllic life. If I should do that, no, well, if I could get my track cleared, that would be good. Pretty idyllic there. Will you stop looking at the countryside, Stas? Said my mum. There's the gate where my son was. Oh, she's still there. Fucking hell. Jack, you remember that? Probably don't. Hopefully you don't. He was a bit stressed out by me potentially having a fight with a redneck. He probably was. His neck was red and his hair was red, and he were wide and stocky like some people are. There's Sweet Acres Nursery. That's nice. Very nice. You get something. And then long here, we're doing also backwards what we did before. And the computer went, oh, we don't want to give you that. We want it. There's the allotments where John had a place. That's boring. Actually, to be honest, I need to go the other way because I've spent too long. So I'm gonna love you and leave you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoy that little snippet of what I think true beauty is. And thank you very much to the Dutch for draining it all. So I think that's where GFM is. Oh, that's the radio station. I'm going to go and see it. No, I'm not. I've got to give the car back. That definitely has to be GFM, isn't it? I'm going to put GFM on. It's on already.
Must pass. That was H.O. Fraser. He's finally gone.
Oh, boy, man. Where's Thingamabob? Sarah Benham and that, the other one? Lynn Alexandra. Anyway, bye.